Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. 152. I'm scared. Easy. Let's go.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Black 25. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Easy. Hey. Let's go.
On second down, it's Jones. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check 52. Wait. You got tight right there. Here we go.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He was looking for Watkins that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
50's the mark. Army. 5 on the 50. Let we go.
Winston. It's complete to Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check three. Let's convert. Hey, let's go.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that takes us from second to third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yeah, let's just...
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they...
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Blue day, blue day. Hustle, hustle. We're in 52. Watch 52.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. after getting stuffed on first down. Not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Winston. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch twist. Where we go?
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Check three.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's what I do. Tight dog. Watch the safety creep. There we go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Easy. Hey. 5-0.
From the 39, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's now third down.
Wait. Get the cheese and Mike. Watch Mike. I'm coming up.
Third and long for Winston. He's got a man. It's Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Hey, easy. Three down. Easy. Hey, 20. Silver. Hey, Mike 20. Hey, come on. 5 on the 50.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
No. Off. Wait,
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you. Green, come and see.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. It's Williams on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Easy.
They'll run it with Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
first and 10. Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's airing it out for Will, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Get your swerve on.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. On the return is Pettis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go one more. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I got him. Shift. 22, jet, mama. 22, jet.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to air it out deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Woods scoring a touchdown against his former mates as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Aaron Jones His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Hey. Short. Man, I got you.
Following the interception, Winston. He's got it to Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go. Never mind, 52.
Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Easy.
This thrown quickly out to Jones.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Rotate. Easy.
Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Spins away, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. They got him in. It's Woods. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
A gain of 9 yards.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now in desperation, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here the 32, but he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Winston here to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Winston to throw it this time. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is